Hey, I'm Kelsey from poofycheeks.com, and today I'm going to show you how to make an epoxy tumbler. You're going to start out with a stainless steel tumbler and sandpaper, and you're just going to lightly sand all over the stainless steel to roughen it up. The next step is to use tape. I like to use painter's tape, and I'm going to apply it around the inside edge of the cup so that as I'm painting, no paint gets inside the cup, and then once we go to epoxy it, no epoxy gets inside the cup. Then I place the cup upside down on top of the stand that I made out of scrap wood, PVC pipe, and a dollar store pool noodle. I'm holding the cup by the PVC pipe, and I'm going to start spray painting the cup in short bursts from the bottom to about the middle of the cup. We're going with an ombre effect, so after I've done about halfway down, I'll pick up red spray paint and I'll work from the top of the cup again towards the middle. Once I feel like I have good coverage, I take the cup and I let it dry for about an hour. I've started making so many cups that I actually had to invest in this second tumbler. So I am putting together this not-away cup tumbler while my cup is drying. It requires no power tools. It simply goes together. Everything that you need is in the box, and I've made several tumblers with it now and I love it. It retails on Amazon for about $40, so I'll link to that in the description below. Once the spray paint has dried on your cup, you're going to go ahead, put the little foam roll that came with it inside the cup, and then put it on the cup turner. It's very important to make sure your cup is level while it's on the turner. If not, all your epoxy will go to one end and make a really big hump. So I use this mini little level, and then I stick popsicle sticks underneath until I get it where it needs to be. Since this is a new cup tumbler, I'm going to use a sheet of paper to catch any epoxy that drips off. I'm also going to use all my safety precautions, wearing the mask, because epoxy does have toxic fumes. I wear rubber gloves, and I do this outdoors in a screened-in porch so that everything is ventilated. I just started using the Alumalite Epoxy. It's 2 parts, so you mix equal parts of A and equal parts of B. You'll need 2 cups and you'll need 2 popsicle sticks. So you'll pour part A into 1 cup and mix it with one of the popsicle sticks, and then you'll do part B with its own cup and its own popsicle stick. And you'll tell that one of the parts is actually thicker than the other. So you're gonna pour the thinner epoxy into the thicker epoxy cup, and then you'll use a 3rd popsicle stick to mix them up. You'll want to mix part A for about 1 minute, making sure to scrape the sides and the bottom, going very slowly as you stir, and then you'll do the same to part B. When you combine part A and part B, you'll mix again for another minute, making sure that everything is fully incorporated, making sure to get the sides and the bottom so there's no unmixed portions of epoxy. Once everything's mixed, I usually let my cup of epoxy sit for about 30 seconds to let any bubbles rise to the top. Then I turn the tumbler on so it can start spinning, and I slowly start putting epoxy on and rubbing it with my gloved hands back and forth. Since epoxy is self-leveling, you can either rub the epoxy back and forth along the cup, or you could even go in a circular motion. Then after you're done and you've covered the entire cup, you're going to let it spin, and any imperfections or bumps will even out as the cup continues to spin on the turner. The cup needs to turn for several hours or overnight. I typically let mine spin for about 12 to 24 hours, or until I can touch it and it's not tacky and completely dry. Once you get that first smooth coat over the spray painted tumbler, now you can start applying labels, and I use my Silhouette Cameo 4 to apply adhesive vinyl. I use Oracle 651 because it's shiny and it looks really good once the last coat of epoxy goes on over it. The final step to finish this tumbler is to apply another coat of epoxy the same way we applied the first one. Let it spin for 12 to 24 hours or until the epoxy is dry to the touch. And voila! We have a beautiful tumbler. Hit that subscribe button down below because next time I'll be back with a glitter tumbler tutorial you don't want to miss.